This is the plaintiff, Sharon Miller. She says she came home one day for her lunch break to find the defendant ripping up her driveway. Turns out the guy was at the wrong house, so he apologized and told her he'd repave her driveway. Well, he redid her driveway all right, but he did a terrible subpar job on it. She's not happy and is suing this careless man for the $3,975 it's going to cost her to do the job right. This is the defendant, Dave Abbott. He says he admits his guys made a mistake and promised the lady a brand new driveway. He gave her a beautiful new concrete driveway. Now the woman's suing him in court? He doesn't understand what this woman's problem is. Her old driveway was in disrepair. She now has a new free one, and she's still unhappy? Please. He's accused of paving his way into court.
All parties, please use your right hand.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket. Get this. Plaintiff says the defendant ripped out her driveway because he went to the wrong house. Now, the defendant admits he screwed up, but he's made it right by repaving her driveway, and it looks great. It's the case of the road to court is paved with good intentions.
Thank you. Ms. Miller.
Yes, ma'am.
You live in a,
Atlantic Beach, Florida.
and it's a row of townhouses?
Yes, ma'am.
With a common driveway in front?
No, we're all private driveways.
All private driveways leading to a common road, I guess.
Yes.
That's owned by the subdivision?
City.
By the city, all right. Mm-hmm. Are all the townhouses attached?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you come home one day from work and find out what?
My driveway is gone.
Okay, and what happened? Actually, I'm gonna ask him, because
I had given my fellows a list of driveways to be removed. We were contracted by the lady that owns 8 of those condos or apartment, whatever they are, to replace the driveways because they're all in disrepair, all broke up. And there are 4 of the 12, there are 12 there, 4 of the 12 are owned independently, such as Ms. Miller's.
right,
And she owns the 8. The 8 that she had, she wanted replaced.
right. They have specific
Insurance,
addresses.
liabilities, and what have you. And they all have specific addresses, exactly. And so I gave my list of ones that we're going to remove to my fellas, and I go back to the office and...
Come on, spit it out.
They call me up and tell me we took one out by mistake. We took out
How
number
did that
5. I
happen?
have no idea.
Are your fellas people who've worked for you for a while?
They are. They're very competent.
Right, so this was out of character.
It is.
But how did it happen? They just read it wrong? What did they do?
Well, they just went from one driveway to the next, taking them out.
Just take the first 8, any 8 will do, as opposed to... What did you do when you heard about this?
Well, I told them, you guys are costing us a lot of money, but it is what it is. I mean, you can't go back and erase it.
Right.
So, and he said that the customer was, or the lady was upset.
Yeah.
So I said, well, I'll talk to her, and I did, and I explained.
Did you go out there?
I did not go out there. I talked to her on the phone.
All right, and you told her?
I told her that I'm as sorry as I know how to be that we took it out. But
I could just listen to him all day.
but that I would replace it.
Okay.
And-
Is that what he said?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so kind of a mixed bag, right? You come home, you have no driveway, but now you have a free driveway. Right. So you're not that upset at this point because that's a pretty good response.
Correct.
That's how it should be.
Yes.
All right, what goes wrong that brings you to court after he puts in a new driveway?
My driveway's a foot shorter than it used to be. My driveway's not as wide as it used to be. They never came back and did the saw cuts on the driveway. They never came back and pulled the form boards on the driveway. Okay,
so stop 1 second. She's talking... this is like a weird complaint because I would imagine that it would be very specific. You as a homeowner would say, I want the driver to go from here to here. What is she saying about the driveway being?
I don't have a clue. I have pictures of before and after.
Okay.
And I don't see a I don't see a smaller difference. I see a larger difference.
Oh, meaning the driveway you put in is larger than what she has?
Correct.
Okay. Let me see your before and after pictures.
You're okay.
Okay, so is this a picture up on the TV screen of it before?
That's the before, yes, ma'am.
Okay. It's pretty cracked.
Yes, ma'am.
And then it's asphalt in part of it and concrete in another part of it. Was it always like that?
What you see as asphalt is the right of way. And the city of Atlantic Beach won't let you take the concrete all the way to the road.
Got it.
And then this is the after.
What is this picture I'm looking at?
That's, it looks like the before.
Not this one, is it?
Yes. You can tell because the grassy area between the sidewalk and the driveway is now concrete.
Which makes it a little wider, not more narrow.
I actually can't drive on the part that sticks out because that's the sidewalk part.
I don't know what you're saying, ma'am. Hold on one second.
That's the after.
This is the after. So how are you going to prove to me that it is shorter, ma'am?
I have pictures.
Okay, he has pictures, he showed them to me, they look the same or his are bigger. So show me your pictures so I can see the different perspective that you're saying. How does this picture, I did see this picture, you did provide this in evidence beforehand, but I don't know what you're trying to show me here.
All right, see the red loopy things that like the border?
Yes.
That's my concrete used to go all the way up to that.
Okay.
So I'm the one that put this in because I'm a private homeowner.
Oh, I see. So it's like, it should be like this?
Yes.
So you're saying that the driveway should be here?
Yes, ma'am.
Why is there mulch here then?
Because I pulled the mulch out, pulled it in to match the driveway so it don't look crappy, for lack of a better word.
I mean, do you have a better picture, other than this, which, with all due respect, you could have pulled out one of those things. Can you show me something that shows a picture of your actual driveway back then?
Here's what the form board
let me
says.
ask my question.
I'm sorry.
Your actual driveway back then, and shows me that the driveway that's now, like actually either a measurement or something that shows the perspective for a measurement. You have anything like that?
I don't have another picture of that.
Yeah.
There's a picture before they poured the concrete, the length of my driveway.
How did you have that picture?
This is after they tore out my driveway.
Yes, I know. So this is before.
No, this is after they tore out my driveway.
After they tore out your driveway.
Before they poured the concrete.
Right. Where did you put the framing, sir? Can I just ask you, where did you put the framing?
When we formed it up at its original standing. We have no reason to shorten or
No, there
lengthen.
really isn't a reason, because it's, what are you going to save, 17 cents of concrete?
Correct.
It's the same amount of work to put the wood down. It's the same amount. What is it? It's silly. And then she would have had to regrass everything if there was a bunch of, and that didn't happen, because I haven't heard that during this entire lawsuit. So I'm pretty clear that probably didn't happen. Let's talk about your second complaint, which is cracks. Tell me about that.
Okay, so they poured my driveway on August 5th. I did not drive on my driveway until August 12th, which is exactly a week later. Then on September 12th, which is about 5 weeks later, is when I started noticing my driveway was cracking, and that's when I took pictures.
Okay,
and I tried calling them with no response, so I sent a 10-day letter. Got no response from the 10-day letter, and that's when I filed my small claims.
Show me.
That's my backup camera on my car showing me that my driveway is not as wide as it used to be.
How does this backup camera show that your driveway is not as wide?
Because the yellow lines used to line up with the concrete.
Okay, you understand that that's programmed into the car, right? That it has nothing to do with how your driveway used to look. Right?
Well, yeah, but if you're backing up and the yellow lines are
you're not
straight
coming out on the center. You're coming out on the side. This is where I go.
My driveway's not as wide.
Like this.
I can't drive in the center anymore.
Do you think that your car was manufactured with your old driveway width in mind?
I know that when I would back up in my driveway before, my yellow lines would be on the side of each side of my driveway, and they no longer line up because my driveway's not as wide as it used to be.
So he replaces her driveway. She had a lousy driveway, but she's mad. Is she out of luck now that she's got the new driveway?
She's host. She just got a better driveway. But if she wants to replace it, then she can do so at her own money if she wants something more decorative.
But she got a driveway out of it, which is more than what she had before?
Yeah, it is. It's free, right? She doesn't have to pay for it.
So she's out of luck.
She is out of luck.
What if she says, look, there are imperfections in the driveway that he put in, so I don't like it and I don't want it? What do you say? I'm going in the back.
Oh, then maybe he can fix the little imperfections, but she got something better, so she needs to replace it at her own cost.
Okay.
And it's functioning.
Fair enough. Going inside the courtroom.
You know that when you come into court, your measure of damages is for the person to put you in the position you were in before the bad thing happened, right?
Correct.
So
A
you know
driveway
that
that
the
I'm not gonna
measure
have
of
to replace
damage,
in
you
a
need
couple
to
of days,
stop
in a couple
talking
of years.
over me.
Sorry.
It's a problem. Okay?
Sorry.
So you understand that what he has to replace is your crappy, busted up.
I had no problems
I mean,
with
nobody's gonna pour a bad driveway. I'm just telling you, you didn't have a pristine driveway.
You're right.
You're showing me a picture of a hairline cement thing that's bothering you.
Oh, it gets worse.
Okay, it gets worse.
Every
Show
day.
me the pic. No, I need you to prove your case today when you've chosen to come to court. We're done, all right? As far as I'm concerned, you came out smelling like a rose in this. You need to make sure your people are more careful.
Absolutely.
It's ridiculous.
Absolutely.
What they've ended up costing you. However, stuff happens in life. And when it happens and you get a driveway infinitely in better shape than the driveway you started off with, I am not accustomed to seeing people then come in and say, oh, and by the way, now that you're done, it seems to me like it's not wide enough. It seems to me like, I want the cost of a new driveway that I can pocket now, get my new driveway. And no, that's not how life works. As far as I am concerned, here's what happened. You folks reached an accord in satisfaction. You settled the case. So now when you come to court, you have to show me that he did something to breach the thing you two agreed upon. And I do not see any evidence of that. I see a driveway infinitely better than the driveway you started off with. And I see you trying to get a new driveway and $3,900. Verdict for the defendant.
So the plaintiff fails in her attempt to get $3,900 for another driveway. Ms. Miller, didn't work out so well for
No.
you. What are you thinking right now?
I'm going to have to replace my driveway in a couple of years because I'm not even going to be able to pull up on it because the crack goes all the way across.
You would have had to replace it in a couple of years anyway, right? I mean, it looked pretty bad in the beginning.
Well,
Terrible.
one part of it was, yes. But now I'm going to have to do the whole thing. It's not even the code.
In a number of years from now.
No,
Not now.
in a couple of years. It's cracked all the
Maybe.
way across. No,
Maybe.
No.
You're hard to please.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I
Thank you
can.
very
The
much.
crack when I first sued was like that. The crack's now bigger.
All right. Sorry about that. Hi there. Okay, Mr. Abbott. I know you're embarrassed by what all happened here. You would have to be. Am I
Well,
right?
You do the right thing,
Yeah.
and you hope that things work out. Occasionally, you have somebody that's not going to be happy regardless of the outcome, and I think that's what we're up against.
I meant you're embarrassed by the fact that you tore up the wrong driveway.
Oh, absolutely,
That-
absolutely. And like I told her, whatever it takes to get it right, I'll do it, whichever way you want to go, and I'll do what I need to do, and I did.
She's just hard to please, huh?
Well,
Maybe?
yeah,
Maybe so.
we'll leave it at that.
We'll leave it at that. All right. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank
Good
you.
enough. Okay. All right, Harvey.
I mean, look, Doug, the reality here is she settled, number one, and once you settle, it's over. But also, she got better than what she had before.